Hello everyone. So today we're going to solve the problem of the day, least prime factor, in which we have been given a number, and what we have to do is we have to return the least prime factor of every number from 1 to n. And what we have to do is return the one based indexing, and the size of our list array or vector should be n plus 1. So what is actually least prime factor? So let us look at the test case. So suppose we have n equals 6. Okay. So our array would be, since we have to consider 0 and the number. So we have a list of or the array of 7 elements in which zeros least prime factor should be 0 itself. Similarly for 1, it should be 1 itself as per the question. And for 2 onwards, we know that the least prime number that divides 2 is 2, and for 3 it's 3. And what about 4? The least prime number that divides 4 is 2. Similarly for 5 it would be 5, and for 6 there are two numbers 3 and 2 that divides 6, but we will consider the least one, which is 2. So our output array would look like this. Okay, so yeah, 0 1 2 3 5 and 2. Okay, so what we can do is we can use sieve in order to solve this problem, in which we will loop from 2 onwards, since 0 and 1 in every case has the output as 0 comma 1, that is the number itself. Okay, so we loop through 2 and go till n, n included, as they have said. And what we can do is we can check first for 2 if the number is marked, that is if it has been visited. If not, then we mark it like, suppose we have, let us take the example of n equals suppose 6, the first test case itself. So we have 0 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. So we have 0 and 1 in the output, and for 2 we go on from 2, we check if the 2 is visited. So initially our output vector would be initialized with 0. 0 indicates it has not been visited. So if we stand on 2, we see that it has not been visited, and 2 is a prime number. So we store, instead of 0, we store 2. Similarly for 3, 3 is a prime number. So we store here 3. But before going to 3, we have to mark all the numbers, all the multiples of 2 by 2, since 2 is the smallest prime number in our list, which can divide its multiple, right? I hope you understand this statement. So if 2 divides itself and 2 is the smallest prime number, then it should divide 6, or it should divide 4. So which is true. 2 divides 4 completely. So we will mark 4 as the least prime number. Please, its least prime factor as 2. Similarly for 6, we mark it as 2 for 6. And similarly, if we are given n equals 10, then we would have marked for 8 and 10 as well, 2 and 2. Similarly, then in the next iteration, then we go on to 3, and we mark 3. 3 is the first prime number we have met, so we will mark it 3. And for 6, then we go on to 6, the next multiple of 3. So it has already been marked as 2. So we don't need to overwrite. And in the next iteration, we go on to 9, which has not been visited yet. So we mark it as 3. I hope you get the intuition of this problem. So now let me code this solution for you. So we'll be needing a requiring answer vector of size n plus 1 as given in the question, and it should be initialized with 0. Okay. Then we iterate in the list or array of vector till n plus n equals, sorry, I equals n. And as I said, answer of 1 would be 1, and we don't need to explicitly declare the answer of 0 as 0 since I have already initialized the vector elements as 0. And from 2 onwards, we are iterating in the array. So if our answer of I is not visited, that means if it is 0, then what we have to do is answer of I should be equals I. As you can see, in case of 2, it was not visited. So we marked it 2. Okay. So, and then for the multiples of 2, so int j equals 2 times I. So what will be the multiples of 2? 2, 4, 6, 8. So for these, for we have marked for 2, right? 2. And what about the rest of the elements? So we will be marking the 2 least prime factor for them as well. Okay. So j less than equals n and j plus equals I. So whatever would be the element, suppose if the element was, suppose if we had 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we have marked 2 here and 2 here. But what about 3? 3 should go on to 6, right? So that's why if if I was here, if, then j should start from 6. And what is the value that should be added on to j? J should be added 3. That is the value of I. So j plus equals I. And if answer of j, if it is not visited, suppose in case of 6, right? As I said, in case of 6, if it was not visited, then we would have marked it as 3. But if it is visited, so we have marked, if it is visited, then we don't do anything. So if it is not visited, then answer of j should be marked with I. And at last, we return the answer vector. So let's now check if our code works. So it is running completely fine. Let us submit. So yeah, if you have any doubts, make sure you comment down below. Thank you.